projects. We're going to kind of go fast through a whole lot of projects and tell you a little bit about the process. We will submit, we'll put out a request for proposal for anyone that's interested to do a project in their neighborhood or at a school or at a church or wherever they're interested in doing one, maybe in the heart of town. And then we work with those people to come up with all the right ingredients to educate them on how to do that structure well, connect them with builders and architects and structural engineers, and also work with the city in Portland and hopefully here in Sebastopol soon to get the proper permitting and insurance taken care of for these projects. So benches and kiosks are our most common projects that we encourage people to do. These are easy projects that can go anywhere in town. That people often will put them on their own yard so that people in the neighborhood, well, like this one here, right in the front yard. So this one has a kiosk and benches, and it's a beautiful art piece. I look forward to seeing what Sebastopol residents will come up with. And we do a lot of deep paving, tearing up old parking lots and planting gardens. And this is in a public park, and people get jazzed about it and start knowing their neighbors, and fences start coming down, and people, this is a business where they've planted a food forest right outside their offices to kind of make an offering to the neighborhood, and an intersection that was formerly just a bland triangle of pavement that turned into a rain garden. And there's all sorts of structures that happen as part of these processes, from little news distribution to these numerous saunas all around Portland, where there's community sauna nights that people can come to once a week or once a month at these different places. A Raven sauna, or that last one was Toby Hemingway sauna. And people come together and build these structures together. And this is that one was a first permitted compost toilet in Portland, and an art studio, and outside the workshops happen as part of this, so people learn these different building techniques. And we do a lot of natural building techniques because it really involves the community, and it's safe, non-toxic materials. This is a puppet theater that was created in someone's garage, and an art studio. This is an outdoor classroom at an elementary school. So the variety of projects are really broad, and we're here to be a resource to the community, to help work on projects that the city wants to get done and that the people want to get done, and just help, like this outdoor classroom at a high school. And a food co-op, we did an outdoor plaster transformation for them. So any type of structure that will benefit the community somehow, we support. We're not an organization to help people do their private remodel, but this is the rebuilding center, and we did this grand entryway where recycled materials are used. And so there's a public gathering space right out front, and I encourage you guys to think about how we can do projects like this. And this is a private resident, part of the Democratic Party. He wanted to plant a whole extensive food forest to help feed the neighborhood, and so we helped him with that. And it's expanded well beyond Portland. There's city repair projects going on all over. This is just a short list of some examples. These are from out of state in Arizona and Los Angeles, the City of Angels. And this town came to us to help them creatively come up with how they could redesign their whole downtown plaza. Trade over. We think Sebastopol's ready.
So what do you think? Is Sebastopol ready for this? Well, we feel like we're pretty in touch with a lot of public enthusiasm about this, but we've also done our homework, and we know that there's lots of things that have been under study and already concern for the city with the and your partnership with the core project and the SDOT report and the things that have come out, the goals of the Chittislow, and also just the goals of the city. You go and research on the city's website. We looked at half of them. We're like, that's a village building convergence thing that we could do. And so, what we're really looking at it early on is to partner with the city to be the village that creates the village, because it takes a village. And and so we're looking at, we have our ideas of what we think, how you could help us help you, and we could all have fun helping each other. And one of can we go to the next slide? Yeah. So, we've talked with the community center about possible fiscal sponsorship. We've, oops, there we go. We have lots of ideas of community building projects that you guys are already underway with the skate park, the community garden, maybe the Occupy bench, well, it's not a bench, but it's a circular meeting ground in downtown. We know we want you to be our friends in the permitting and planning process, and also just innumerable community networking opportunities that we feel like the city would help us with. So thank you very much, and we hope this is the beginning of a really fruitful partnership and relationship to transform Sebastopol. Thank you. Oh.
So we have a little time for council members to ask any questions.
Yes.
If you guys are available.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does this require any grants? For me, it's really I'm building community, getting neighbors out in their front yards, engaging each other, eating in front of restaurants, and having people talk to each other at every level is what builds and develops sort of healthy, happy, and great community. And so, for me, it's why this project idea and concept is so exciting. I know that everyone's maxed for time, just like you are, and just like our staff is, and council members are. But I'm excited in this first step at looking at how we can engage some, probably not all, but some of these projects and work. But the other councilors have some questions?
I'm curious if we've issued the purchase order for the bench and the plaza yet. No. Thank you.
Can you slide the door on the lens closed?
Yeah, Yeah, this last slide also just had our website, and we do have Facebook pages and this event, which there's also flyers on this back table. So click on it. And now you're gonna have your seat back. Sorry about that.
I just want to say, this really speaks to my heart and my mind. The examples you show. In fact, I'd love to get a copy of that presentation if it's available on the thumb drive or something. I think it speaks to a wide variety of the people who live in Sebastopol and come here to shop and visit. It's exciting, and it's all good. I mean, you get art, you get community, you get safety. Hopefully you get some level of consensus, and I just say welcome.
Thank you.
Curiously, agenda item 1, which will be the last item on our agenda today, is about building a new park. And perhaps as part of that discussion, we ought to discuss how this could apply or fit in, or even maybe save us money.
Yeah, thank you. We'd love you to consider any projects that you guys are thinking about to involve us in some level or another, because we can help motivate a lot of people and also plug in the different professionals to help make the vision happen on a much easier budget.
And with leveraging the people power that an event like this will bring, that will be obviously a savings, but it's also a win because you get the participation and total buy-in from everybody who's getting their hands dirty and getting involved.
I'm curious about the city of Portland, and as I understand it, they have an ordinance, they have some sort of regulatory language that's written down that is sort of the guidelines, is that, do
Yeah.
I understand that correctly?
There's a intersection repair ordinance that was drafted collectively and has been adopted by numerous other cities as well. And I do have that resource that I can share, and I would like to help work on that process with the planning department and see that would be ideal to adopt.
Okay, and then the other question I have is about the structures. And you certainly mentioned this several times in the presentation, that they are designed properly by professionals. And so there's obviously a level of building department review and building permits and things like that that are
Yeah, it's on
properly acquired.
It's on a case-by-case basis, but you know, a lot of the projects are small enough that they don't require a permit for a kiosk or a bench, and we typically will take them into the planning department and show them like the different projects that we're thinking. Some of them are a little bit more elaborate. We do bus stops and you know, bigger murals, and then the outdoor classrooms and other things like that that we get engineered and permitted. Yeah,
Okay.
so it varies quite a bit.
Okay, that's it, thank you.
So just the village building convergence that you have planned in Sebastopol, September 12th through September 21st. Maybe the first time a lot of people heard about that. Can you just maybe explain a little bit more about what is the building village? I mean, are you inviting people from all over the country? How many people do you think are coming? Why are they coming? What you need to prepare for them to come?
Well, if we're working on the model of the Portland Village Building Convergence, then people from far away, or at least throughout Northern California, will come and want to be part of it. Because not only will they want to come and you know, get involved with the projects, but all of the speakers and educators will actually have plenty of magnetism, you know, to bring folks to town for that. And we're absolutely interested in finding the right event locations, whether, you know, they're through the city, through the Barlow, through, you know, whatnot, in order to host large gatherings. And then, but in terms of actual numbers, we don't know.
It's the first one, so we'll have to see, but there's definitely going to be a number of people we already know are going to be coming from out of town. Quite a few of our Portland allies are planning to come down to help out with the first one. And I imagine that anyone that's interested in natural building in our larger region will love to come and learn these techniques, because all the building workshops that happen during the day, that's all totally free and open for people to come and join and help build a project and learn from professionals at the same time. So,
Does that answer your question?
I just love the idea of importing free labor. It's really appeals to me. It's really great.
and everyone has a good time building. So,
I'll be there. Oh, any other questions from the council? Okay, so I'm going to open up for public comment. If you guys want to just have a seat for a moment. If anybody has questions for the presenters, I will write down those questions, and after we close public comment, ask them to respond directly to any questions you may have. Councilman.
Hello again, Tasha Beauchamp, this time speaking personally, as a citizen who lived in Oregon for 16 years. And I just wanted to tell you, this is like a bona fide movement. It's very respected. It does a really good job. My experience of it in Oregon is that they go to communities and say, what do you need? And get the neighbors together to define their own needs and help them solve their own problems. From a public health perspective, which is what my background is, those are the ingredients of making a successful initiative, and those are the ones that knit your community and build your assets so that your community understands its own assets. I think a key part that I'm not sure was emphasized as much as I would is that This is about giving your citizens, helping your citizens become your allies to make things happen. And it does happen all through the planning process. It's not rogue guerrilla stuff. It's like really doing it within the appropriate framework. And just to give you a sense, I think it's Mark Lambert,
Lakeman,
Is that-
yeah.
He's speaking at TEDx in Santa Cruz this weekend. I mean, this is like something that is being highly respected and highly, if you know TED at all, those things, you're not a fly-by-night if you're speaking at TED. So this is really quite a strong and well-respected movement, and I am delighted to see you coming to Sebastopol.
Good evening, my name is Miguel Elliott. I'm a natural builder. I have a business called Living Earth Structures. And I'm very passionate about natural building and this movement, and I'm very excited about the possibilities that we're discussing tonight. And I've also participated in some of the villaging convergences in Portland, and it was a big inspiration for my work over 10 years ago when I started, and I brought some of the work out in Chicago. And I did some work building benches in downtown Chicago bus stops. And so I'd like to speak a little bit to the durability of natural building, of COG.